Thank you, sir. Good evening, all. Hello, hello. Good evening, all. Okay. Let's start with some basic concepts. If I write any single number, let's say, if I write any single number, something like, pick up any number, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. Ready? Yeah? Correct, Dada? Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you. Let's start with some basics. Okay. How do we define natural numbers? What do we call natural numbers as? How do we define natural numbers? Where will natural numbers start from? Natural number starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, up to what? Infinity. Okay. Is negative infinity included in natural number? Is 0 included in natural number? Okay. If we include 0, what will happen? 0 include adre enagutte? Whole numbers aguttalla. Difference between natural numbers and whole numbers is simple, that 0 is included. Natural numbers are represented by n. Whole numbers are represented by w. Okay. Then what is this number line which has 0 in the middle and has all positive numbers up to infinity, but also has the negative counterparts of the positive numbers? What do we call this as? What is this called as? What is this called as? This number line is integers, right? Okay. Integers is represented by I, or one more, which letter? Integers is represented by I and one more alphabet, Z. Okay. Okay. Suppose we have a set, a Venn diagram representation like this. Okay. What is my innermost circle here? What is this? This is natural numbers, right? What is this? Whole numbers. What is this? Integers, correct? If I draw one more circle like this, okay, what will that represent? Which numbers? Understood this? Idu artha aitala? Natural numbers. Illi ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹೋಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ಗೆ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ 0 ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟೀಜರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, -1, -2 ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ. ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. Then what is that thing which will include all the integers? Numbers. Only numbers. Anything else? Huh? Rational numbers? Real numbers? Okay. Okay. I'll read out the diagram. This is natural numbers. This is whole numbers. This is integers. This is something. Right? Okay. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Suppose if I say 0.5, okay, or half, I'll say decimal or a fraction. Are they integers? Decimal or a fraction, are they integers? How many people say yes, they are integers? How many people say no, they are not integers? 0.5, half. Will we consider half as an integer? Don't know. Okay. This is what? Rational numbers. Okay. Then what is this then? What is this then? This small set? It is irrational numbers. Okay. This is irrational numbers. What is that the bigger circle representing here? It is real numbers. Okay. Understood? Okay. Since we have spoken about, anyone wants to copy, can copy. No need, if they don't want, it's fine. Anyone wants to copy? Okay. How do we define something as a rational number? What all will rational number include? What are rational numbers? Numbers which can be expressed in the form of P by Q. What is P and what is Q? What is P and what is Q in that? What is P and what is Q in that? Shall I erase? Can I go to the next slide? Okay. Rational numbers. At the heading, yes. Rational numbers. Write down rational numbers. Numbers which can be expressed. Numbers which can be expressed in the form of P by Q. In the form of P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q will not be equal to what? Q will not be equal to 0. What will happen if Q becomes a 0? It is undefined or not defined. Okay. Example 1 by 0, 2 by 0, anything by 0, it's not defined. It's not infinity, it's not defined. Okay. What is P by Q form as means? Isn't it something like a fraction? Or can I call it something in the form of numerator divided by? Correct? Right? Okay. So, if rational number can be further subdivided into two things, what will those two things be? If rational number can be furthermore subdivided, what are those two subdivisions? Huh? Two subdivisions of rational numbers. Those are fractions. What are all? What was the last one here? Here it was integers. After integers you got rational numbers, right? Okay. One major part of rational numbers are what? Integers, right? One major part of rational numbers are what? What does this blue circle represent? Okay, this is integers. Okay. Then what will there be the outside pink color represent? Here pink color is there, right? What will it represent? Here what should come? Integers plus what will become rational numbers? No? It's included inside integers, right? Natural numbers is already included inside integers. What should come here? Rational numbers are not irrational numbers. We put a separate circle, right? It's not here. What does this pink color represent here? It includes, shall I tell? Anyone wants to try? Shall I tell? Okay. It includes all the fractions, right? Here what all is sitting? 0.5, 3 by 4, all the fractions, right? True? All the fractions plus all the integers together make up to what? Rational numbers, correct? Makes sense? Understood? Okay. Can I erase? Shall I erase? Okay. Then we spoke about rational numbers. Then what are irrational numbers? What are irrational numbers? Can you guys define what are irrational numbers? Yes, numbers which cannot be expressed in the form of, write down numbers which cannot be expressed in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0, correct? Correct? True? Can you give me one example of irrational number? Okay, let's consider this equation of pi. What is the approximate value of pi? Okay, there are two evaluations of pi. One is 22 by 7, another is 3 point. Does it end to 1, 4? It continues, right? 1, 4, 2, 8, so on, right? Okay. What is the exact value of pi? Is it 22 by 7 or 3.14? What is the approximate value? What is the exact value? Huh? In this, what is the approximate value of pi? What is the actual value of pi? How many people feel this is the actual value of pi? Okay. How many people feel this is the actual value of pi? Both are not the actual value of pi. Okay. This is the actual value of pi. What is this? This is the approximate value of pi. But what is pi? What is pi? It is a constant, okay? But where did we get this word pi? Okay, if you consider any circle, what is the formula to calculate the circumference of a circle? 2 pi r. Okay. What is the formula to calculate the diameter of a circle in terms of radius? Diameter is how much? Is it r square or 2r? It is 2r, okay. So, where this pi comes from is, pi is the ratio between circumference of a circle to what? Diameter of a circle, right? Correct? What is the circumference of the circle formula? 2 pi r. What is the diameter of a circle formula? 2r. Can I cancel 2 and 2? Can I cancel r and r? What remains? Pi. Understood where this value of pi comes from in mathematics? Okay. This is the value of pi. Now the question is pi a rational number or an irrational number? What do you feel? Pi is the irrational number. Whatever we express 22 by 7 is just an approximate, or for the simplicity of calculation we express this as 22 by 7. Okay, pi is one irrational number. Can you tell one more irrational number? Can you tell one more irrational numbers? How much? Okay, square root of, all the square roots are irrational. What square roots are irrational? Let's say root 2. Is root 2 a irrational number or a rational number? Irrational number, because root 2 cannot be expressed in the form of p by q. P is an integer. Is root 2 an integer? No, right? What is the value of root 2? What is the value of root 2? 1.4 something. It goes on, right? 1.4 something. Is it a integer? No, it's a decimal. It continues like that. Okay. Okay. Is root 4 irrational number? No. Okay. Is root 3 an irrational number? Yes. Okay. Is root 5 an irrational number? Yes. Okay. What is that that's making irrational? The square root of prime numbers. Okay. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 are all irrational numbers. Okay. Write down the square root of prime numbers are irrational numbers. With respect to theta, we will tell pi degree, right? What is pi degree? Pi degree is how much? Pi degree is 180 degree. Okay. 2 pi is how much? 360. Pi by 2 is? Pi by 2 is how much degree? 90 degree. Pi by 4 is how much? Pi by 4 is how much? How much pi by 4? Pi by 4 is 45 degree. Correct? Understood? Okay. What is 3 pi by 4 then? What is the value of 3 pi by 4? What's the value of 3 pi by 4? It is 135. Okay. Easy? Got it? Okay. But the focus here is irrational numbers. Okay. These are the numbers which cannot be expressed in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0. Okay. Can I erase? Okay. What did we say? We have two sets. This is rational, this is irrational, and there is something which will cover both the numbers. What is that set called as? What will include both rational and irrational? This is real numbers. Okay. Real numbers include both rational numbers and irrational numbers. Are real numbers ultimate? Are there any numbers other than real numbers? Or all the numbers real numbers? Are there all the numbers are real numbers? Are there any numbers which are not real numbers? For exam, this is not there, but if you want to understand, there is some kind of number. What is opposite to real? What is opposite to real in English? What is the word which is opposite to real in English? Real, unreal. Okay. There is some kind of a numbers called as imaginary numbers. Okay. Imaginary, real, imaginary is opposite, right? It is represented by I. The value of I is root minus 1, but this is not there for exam. You don't need to bother about this. Okay. Okay. Then, if we talk a little bit about fractions, okay, based on how many numbers after decimal point it is broadly divided into two things. One is terminating fraction, another one is non-terminating fraction. I give you two examples, half and 1/3. Okay, which is terminating, which is non-terminating? 1/2 is terminating. What is the value of 1/2? 0.5. What is the value of 1/3? 0.33333, so on, right? Correct? Understood what is terminating and non-terminating? Easy. The one more thing about fractions is what? A recurring fraction. Another one is non-recurring fraction. Can you give me an example of recurring fractions? What does recur means? Recur or reoccur means? What is reoccurring? Yeah, something like that, 0.1212, something like that. Can you give me an example for recurring fractions? Is 1/3 a recurring fraction or a non-recurring fraction? 1/3 is a recurring fraction. Why? Because 0.333 same number repeat itself n number of times. It can also be something like that, something like 0.121212 like that. Okay, meaning the same thing should reappear. What is non-recurring? Can you give me an example? We discussed a few minutes back. Example of a random decimal numbers. Any number which we previously discussed in class in 5 minutes. Pi. What is the value of pi? 3. 142857, something like that, right? The number, it's not repeating itself after any time. Okay, there is no pattern here. Okay, understood? Easy? Okay. Easy? Completely easy? Understood? Can go forward? Can raise? Okay. Okay. What does the what does the word factor means? How many factors does 12 has? What are the factors of 12? 12 I can represent as 1 into 12 is 12, then 2 into, then 3 into 4, okay, then that's all. Okay. Here what are the factors of 12 here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12, let's say. How many factors does 12 have? 6 factors does 12 have. Okay. Based on the number of factors, can I erase this? Okay. Numbers are also divided into 3 subdivisions. One is 1 factor number, another is 2 factor numbers, another is more than 2 factor numbers. Which is the only 1 factor number? Which is the only 1 factor number? There is just only one factor number. Which is that? 1 itself. How many factors does 1 has? 1. It is simple, right? Only 1 into 1 is 1. Okay. What are 2 factor numbers called as? 2 factor numbers are called as prime numbers. Okay. What are 3 factor numbers called as? Composite numbers. Can you give me example of prime numbers? 2, 3, then 9 is not a prime number. What are the factors of 9? 1, 3, 9. Okay, more than 2. Then 13. Okay, 17. Okay. Can I erase? Okay. We had remembered a code to previously know all the prime numbers, right? From 1 to 100. What was it? Okay. What are all the prime numbers from 1 to 10? 2, 5, 7. Okay, from 11 to 20? 11, 17, then? Correct? Okay. 21 to 30? Then? Is 27 a prime number? What are the numbers which will divide 27? What will divide 27? 3 9s is 27, right? 1 into 27 is also 27. What is here? 29. Okay. 31 to 40? 31, then 31, then 37. Okay. Anything else? No? 39, what it will divide? 39, what it will get divided by? 13 3s is 39. Okay. 13 1s are 13 2s is 26. 13 3s is 39. Okay. 33 divisible by 11 and 3. 11 3s is 33. Okay. Between 41 to 50? 43, then 43, 47. Anything else? You are not missing anything? Think. 41. How many prime numbers are there between 1 to 50? How many? There are 15 prime numbers between 1 to, how many are there? This is 4, 4, 2, 2, 3. Okay, what was the code? 4, 4, 2, 2, 3. The remaining one was What was the code? 44223 2 2 3 2 1. Okay, this is the code to remember all the prime numbers. Okay, tell me between 51 to 60. What are the prime numbers between 51 to 60? 61, then 67. Between 51 to 60, not between 61 to 70. Between 51 to 60. What are all the prime numbers? $53. Then okay, 59. Okay, easy. Can you tell me between 61 to 70? Then okay, 71 to 80. How many you should get between 71 to 80? What are all those? 71, then 73, then 79, not 77. Why 77 is divisible by 11? 7s are 81 to 90. How many you should get? 83. Then 87 is divisible by 87 is divisible by 29. 3 is how much? 87. Okay, all it is divisible by 3. So it has to be what? 89. Okay, which is the only number which is between 91 to 100? Which is the only prime number between 91 to 100? 97, right? 99 is divisible by 99 is divisible by 11 nines are. 91 is divisible by 91 is divisible by which one? Which table? 91 7 13s are. Okay, 13 7s are is 91. Okay, 93, all those. How do we remember this? Can you add everything? We just need to know this number 44223 222 223 21. Okay, so between 1 to 100, how many primes are there? Between 1 to 100, how many prime numbers are there? There are 25 prime numbers. Okay, okay. Between 1 to 100, how many primes are there? 25 prime numbers are there. Comfortable? Okay. There's a concept called as twin primes. Twin primes are those prime numbers which differ each other by value of 2. Meaning, the difference between two successive prime numbers should be how much? 2. One example of twin prime is, what are all the pairs you get? 3, 5. 3 is also a prime number, 5 is also a prime number. The difference between them is 2. Okay. How many twin primes are there between 1 to 100? Can you calculate? Count and say. How many twin primes are there between 1 to 100? Hello, hello. How many are there? Hello. Hello. How many are there? How many are you getting? You are getting 5? Anyone more than 5? Count count properly. Understood what are the twin primes? One is 3, 5. Another is 5, 7. Is 11 and 13 twin primes? Yes. Total how many are there? 8. We'll count. This is one pair. Okay. Another pair is here. This is 11, 13. Then how many over? 4 over. Then 29 and 31. Okay, then how many over? 6 over. Then where it is? This is one more. Then 59 and 61. Anything else? No? How many are there? 8 are there. Okay. How many? 8 are there. Okay. Can you tell me how many 2-digit twin primes are there? 2-digit twin primes are there. How many 2-digit twin primes are there? How will you calculate? 21 twin primes. How many 2-digit twin primes are there? There are 6 pairs, right? 6 pairs. Which two to a pair we have to eliminate? 3, 5 and 5, 7 because they are single digits. Okay? Understood? Easy? Am I going fast? Should I slow? Okay, the speed? Okay, understanding? Okay. Okay, yes? Okay. Like twin prime, there is one more concept called as co-prime. Okay. Two numbers, write down, two numbers are said to be co-prime. Two numbers are said to be co-prime if they have only one common factor. They have only one common factor. Okay. They have only one common factor. Only one common factor. Okay. What does that mean? Suppose consider 5, 7. Okay. What are the factors of 5? 1, 5, 7. 1, 7. Okay. What is the common factor? How many common factors they have? Only one common factor, right? So, what will happen? 5 and 7 are co-prime to each other. Okay. Do you think any two prime numbers are co-prime to each other? My statement is any two prime numbers are co-prime to each other. Is it true or false? What does co-prime means? What does co-prime mean? Co-prime means any two natural numbers, what happens is when you compare them, they should have only one common factor, right? Okay. If you compare any two given prime numbers, will they have only one factor in common? Yes. Can I say any two prime numbers will always be co-prime to each other? Can I make that statement? Understood, right? Co-prime means they should have only one common factor. What is that common factor? 1. Understood? Easy? Okay. Can you tell me if 4, 6 are co-prime to each other? What are the factors of 4? Factors of 4? 1, 2, 4. What are the factors of 6? 1, 2, 3. How many common factors are there? Okay. How many common factors are there? 2 common factors. Understood? Okay. One more question. Is 81 and 100 co-primes to each other? I'm asking 81 and 100 are co-primes to each other. one more question if I have to ask. Can two composite numbers be co-prime? You know what is a composite number? What is a composite number? More than two factors. Can two composite numbers be co-prime? I am telling, can composite numbers be co-prime? How many people say yes? How many say no? No? Okay, it's not possible for composite numbers to be co-prime to each other. Okay, let's see with 81 and 100. What are the factors of 81? Tell me the factors of 81. Okay, 1, then, okay, then 9, okay, then 139, then 327 is 81. Then all these are factors of 81, correct? What are the factors of 100? 1, okay, 4, 5, then 10, okay, then 20, then 25, okay, then 50, then last is, correct? What are the common factors here? Only one. Okay. If the question is asked, can two composite numbers be co-prime to each other? What will you say? Is 81 a prime number or a composite number? Is 81 is what number? Composite number. 100 is a? Okay. Can any two composite numbers be co-prime? Composite numbers can also be co-prime to each other. Understood? Okay. But two prime numbers are always necessarily co-prime to each other. Understood the statements? What was the first statement which was made? Prime numbers, two prime numbers are always co-prime to each other. What was my second statement? Two composite numbers can also be co-prime to each other. Correct? Am I right in saying that? Okay. Okay. You guys have a brief idea of what is a HCF? We'll do what is a HCF in some minutes. But HCF of, what is HCF? Highest common factor of co-primes. What is HCF of co-primes? What will that be equal to? What will be HCF of co-primes? It will be always equal to what? 1. Okay. What is HCF? Highest common factor. Because they have just only one factor and that the value of that one factor is 1, the highest common factor is also equal to 1. Okay. Can you think and say what is the LCM of co-primes? What is the LCM of co-primes? What do we understand by LCM? We will do it in few minutes. What do we understand by LCM? Least common multiple, right? What is that equal to? It is equal to their products. Their product, meaning if the two numbers are A and B, the LCM is how much? A into B. Okay. LCM is always equal to their product, but HCF is always equal to 1. Understood? Okay. Understood? Okay. Can I raise? We are speaking about HCF, right? Consider two numbers as 6, 8. Okay. Tell me the factors of 6. What are all the factors of 6? 1, 2, 3, 6. What are the factors of 8? 1, 2, 4, 8. Okay. Now, what are the common factors between 6, 8? 1, 2. Here. 1 and 2, right? What is the highest common factor between 6 comma 8. 2 is the highest common factor between 6 comma 8, true. Okay. But for small numbers we can do this. When the numbers get bigger, what do? We go for prime factorization method. Okay. Here always prime number should be here. Okay. This dividing, whatever we divide should always be a prime number. That is why it is called as what method? Prime factorization method. Okay. Suppose you start with 2. How much will it get? 3 comma 4. You start with 3 then. Or can we have a 3 dividing 4? No, right? So what will happen? It will stop here. Right. So what is the HCF here? 2 is the HCF. Okay. Understood what are HCF? Okay. Can you calculate HCF between 27 and 45 using this method, prime factorization method? How do you deal? 27 and 45. HCF is how much? Try, think again. No, think again. How do we do? What will you start with? Which number will you start with? Okay, 3 watts are? 3 watts are? 15s are? Is there any number which will divide both 9 and 15? Which number? 3. What will again it will happen? 3 comma 5. Is there any number which will divide both 3 and 5 except 1? So what we have to do? We have to stop here. Okay. How will we calculate HCF? HCF is equal to what? 3 into, which is how much? Understood? How much is the HCF? Understood? Okay. Got 9 as the HCF? Okay. Can I erase? Shall I erase? Calculate between 54 comma 72. How much is LCM? Sorry, HCF? How much you got? It is 6 as a LCM. Think. It is. We'll start. What will we start with here? Okay, 3 is the smallest prime number you feel. We'll start with 2. Okay, always have a smaller prime number. How much if we start with 2 here? 54 is? Then here it is 36. Okay. Then which? Can I go with 2 here? No. Which number I have to go? 3. Then which I have to go here? Then? Okay. Is there anything that will divide these two simultaneously? Here? Okay. Can I continue now? What should I do? This into this into this. How much is it? 2 into 3 into 3 is how much? 18. Understood? Easy? Okay. This is HCF. Can I erase? Okay. Then, if this is HCF, what is LCM? What does LCM stand for? Least common multiple, right? Example, what are the multiples of 4? What are the multiples of 4? 4, 8, 12, then 20, 24, 28, then 36, 40, 44, 48 and all, right? Okay. What are the multiples of 6? 6, 18, then 30, then 48, okay. Now tell me the common multiples between 4 comma 6. Okay, one is 12, then other thing is beautiful, then 36, then what are all the various? Will it not continue as we go on? So there are many common multiples between 4 and 6. Here what are they? 12, 24, then 48, then so on. Okay. What is LCM? The least common multiple between 4 and 6. What is the least common multiple between 4 and 6? No, here what is the least common multiple? These are all common multiples, right? What is the least number here? Correct? 12. Understood? Okay, if I have to put it in a prime factorization of what? 4 comma 6. How will I start? 2's are? It will be 2 comma what? Correct? If it was HCF, what will we do? We would have stopped here. Since it's LCM, what we have to do? We have to go till we get 1 comma 1. Okay. Here the rule is it need not divide both the numbers simultaneously. If I start with 2, it is 1 comma. Now it will be 1 comma 1. LCM you have to go till here 1 comma 1. Okay. HCF you have to stop where common prime number is not available to divide. What is 2 into 3? What is it? What is it? 12. What did we get there? Understood? Easy? Got it? Clear as? Copied? Okay. Can you calculate the LCM between 24 and 36 and tell me? How much is it? Okay, how will I start? What will I get? Here I get 18. Here? Okay. Here then here 3, 2 comma 3, then again 2, 1 comma 3, 3 how much? 1 comma 1. 2 into 3 into 2 into 3. 2 2's is how much? 4. This is 6. 4 into 6 is how much? 24. 24 3's is how much? 72. So the LCM between 24 and 36 is how much? 72. Understood? Okay. What will be the HCF between 24 and 36? What is the HCF between? How much is it? Huh? Think again. It is 12. How much will I get? 12 comma. Then again I have to go with how much is it? Then again, should I continue? No, right? Okay. What is 2 into 2 into 3? How much is it? 12. Okay. Understood? Write down. If two given numbers are a comma b, if two given numbers are a comma b, product of two numbers, what does product of two numbers means? A into b. Okay. Two numbers are a and b, product of two numbers is a into b. Product of two numbers is equal to product of their HCF and LCM. Product of their HCF and LCM. In this example, what are my two numbers? 24 and 36. Okay, 24 and 36. What is 24 into 36? What is 24 into 36? How much is it? Can you calculate and tell me? 24 into 36. 8. Okay. What is the HCF between 24 and 36? HCF value is? LCM value is? What is 12 into 72? How much is it? Is this formula correct? I am asking, is this formula correct? This property is correct, right? Easy? Everyone? Understood? Am I going fast or should I go slow? No? Right speed? Okay. No problem? Okay. Write down the question. If HCF and LCM of two numbers are 12 comma 144. 12 comma 144. One of the number is 36. One of the number is how much? 36. What is the other number? Okay. You guys will figure out. Try. What property will you use? What property will you use? Answer is correct. Okay. Answer is, you want to do it on board? Take. What is the property you will use here? A into B is equal to HCF into LCM. Okay. If such questions are there, you will be able to do. Yes. Easy? Understood this property? whenever this is given. Okay, thank you. Okay. Understood this? Okay. Suppose we have a fraction. Let's say we have some fraction. How do we calculate HCF and LCM for fractions? To determine that, write down this formula, HCF of fractions. Write down fractions. Under that write down HCF. Okay. HCF of fraction. The formula is HCF of fractions is HCF of numerators divided by LCM of denominators. Okay. HCF of numerators divided by LCM of denominators. Okay. To calculate the LCM, it will be LCM of numerators divided by HCF of denominators. Okay. Consider this question. The given fractions are 2 by 3, 8 by 9, then 10 by 27, then 16 by 81. How should I calculate the HCF and LCM of these 4 fractions? I have 4 fractions. What are those? 2 by 3, 8 by 9, 10 by 27, 6 by 81. Okay. To calculate HCF, I have to calculate first HCF of numerators. What are all the numerators here? What are the numerators here? 2, 8, 10 and 16. Okay. What is the HCF for this? What is the HCF? You guys will calculate. You got to know what is how to take HCF of numerators. Then here what you have to do? LCM of denominators. Okay. I want someone from first row to calculate HCF and tell me and do it on board. LCM, I want someone from second or third row to do it on board. Okay. Good. Okay. Want to do it on board? Okay. Someone from first or third row, can you come and do it on board for the second LCM part? When we did the crash course, did we do this fractions part? When we did the crash course, did we do the HCF and LCM of fractions? We didn't do, right? Okay, it was just the crash course thing. Okay. Okay. Anyone from first and second row or first and third row? The HCF was 2 by 81, which is correct. Thank you. Anyone? Calculate LCM. How much are you getting? LCM? Anyone else? LCM ಸಿಗ್ತಾ? LCM of numerators ಏನು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ? Numerators ಏನು 2, 8, 10 ಮತ್ತು 16 ಅಲ್ಲ? ಅದರ LCM ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Obviously it will be a bigger number, right? How much is it? How much you are getting? This one, LCM part. Not? Think? Think again. LCM of numerators is how much? Okay. What is the HCF of denominators? HCF, highest common factor. How will we calculate LCM? Listen, everyone, focus here. How did you calculate? What are all the numbers in numerator here? 2, 8, 10 and 16, right? How will you calculate LCM? What will you start with? 2. Anyone has any doubts? No doubts, right here. Okay, 1, then, correct? No confusions. Then which number I have to choose? 2. Okay. Here 1, then, okay. Then which number I have to choose? 1, 5. Then which number I have to choose? Which is? Okay. I forget 1, 5, 1. Okay. Which number I have to choose? Okay. What will I get? See, all the numbers has to be 1, 1, 1. Okay. Not just couple of numbers. You can't leave out any number here. Okay. Understood? Okay. What is now the LCM? This into this into this into this. Always do 2 into 5. 2 into 5 is how much? 10. Okay. Then remaining count. How many 2 are there? 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 5. This is how much? 10. This is how much? 2 into 2 into 2 is 8, right? 8 into 10 is how much? Understood now? Okay. So numerator, what will come? 80. Now denominator, what will come? Here it is HCF of denominators. Okay, what are the values in denominators for this? 3, 9, 27, 81. Okay. HCF, what will you do? 3, then 1, 3. Okay. Is there any single prime number which will divide all the numbers? So it will end at 3 here. So the answer is 80 by 3. Understood? Okay. In the last problem you stopped it here only. As soon as you got 1, 1, everything should be in this form. Okay. Understood? Understood? Not difficult, right? Doable. Okay, no problem. No. Okay. Write down the next problem. Before that, there is one property, okay, which we will discuss. Which were the two numbers which we took previously, where we told the LCM was 12 and 74, 72 something. 12 and? No, not the one before. 24 and 36, right? 24 and 36. Okay, what was the HCF? 12. Okay. If you divide by 12, how much will you get? If you divide by 12, how much will you get? 3. Okay. What does this mean? 24 can be expressed as 12 into, correct? 36 can be expressed as what? 12 into 12 into, correct? Okay. Comfortable? Can I rewrite it as 24 is equal to HCF into some number? Can I write 36 as HCF into some number? Okay. Whatever the numbers are given, what is HCF? It is one of the major factor, right? It is one of the factors. Here it will be the highest common factor between both. Okay. Observe this property. Okay. And HCF should certainly divide both the numbers. Right. HCF, when we divide it with the two numbers, it will give you 0 as the remainder. Understood? Okay. Write down this question. HCF of two numbers is 13. 13. HCF of two numbers is 13. And their product is 2028. How many such pairs are possible? How many such pairs are possible? How many such pairs are possible? Okay. What does this mean? What is it telling? What was the standard formula? HCF into LCM is what? It will be nothing but A into B. Here what they have told? They have told the product is how much? 20. Okay, this is given. And what else is given? HCF is given. HCF is how much? You can say 13 into LCM is equal to A into B is equal to 2028. You can easily calculate LCM, no problem, right? LCM is equal to nothing but 2028 divided by 13, you will get off the LCM. But can you calculate A and B here? Why can't you calculate A and B here? Because there are two unknowns. Okay, if you have one unknown, you can calculate. Then how will you resolve this? What did I previously write A as? Can I write A as 13 into something which I don't know? Can I write B as 13 into something which I don't know? That will be equal to what? 2028. Can I write this like this? Can I write it like this? Why? Previously we have shown, right? HCF into some number will definitely give you the number, two numbers, right? What is 13 into 13? Okay, divide it. How much will you get? X into Y is how much? 2028 divided by 169. How much is it? It is nothing but x into y is how much? 12. But is x into y, are those my two numbers? A and B are my numbers, not x and y, right? They are some numbers. He is asking how many pairs that exist. Okay. What all combinations will you get 12? What all combinations you get 12? 1 into 12 is 12. Then 2 into 6 is 12, then 3 into 4 is 12. Okay. Suppose if you put 1 here, x is equal to 1, what are the numbers now? 13 comma, what is 13 12s are? what is 13 12s are? 1. Okay. Can these two be two numbers? Okay. If you put 2, how much it will be? 26. Then 6 into 13, how much will you get? 6 13s are 78. Okay. Again, if you put 3 into 4, how much will you get? Three into 4. 3 13s are how much? 4 size. Understood? How many combinations exist? What is this property? This property is understanding that HCF will also be a property, a factor of that given number. Okay. Using this also some problems are given. Okay. If you were asked to calculate LCM, it would have been even more easier. Quickly you could have done. Okay. Now these are all what? Possible numbers that can occupy the space of A and B. Okay. These are all my A and B's. Correct? Okay. Easy. Comfortable? Comfortable? Okay, write down a problem. Write down a problem. Traffic lights at 3 different roads. Traffic lights at 3 different roads change after every 18, 24 and 36 seconds. Change after every 18, 24 and 36 seconds. Okay. If all change at 6 a.m., what time will they change simultaneously? What time will they change simultaneously again? What time will they change simultaneously again? Okay. What is it telling? There is traffic lights. Okay. In signal you can see, right, there are 30 seconds one, 60 seconds one, or 45 seconds, different thing would be there. Okay. Along the 3 roads there are. Initially it got changed at 6. Question is, next when will it change simultaneously? Okay. When such questions are given, when something is getting repeated or multiplied or these things are given, will it be a HCF problem or a LCM problem? How many people think it will be HCF problem? HCF. Okay. How many people feel it is a LCM problem? But some multiple is needed to be found. That will rather be a LCM problem. Okay. There are certain words. Okay. If those words are there, it is a clue that it is a LCM problem. Or one more clue is when you look at the options. Okay. If this number is big and the option is like even bigger, something like 400, 200, what will that be? LCM problem. If the option is something like 5, 6, 10, what will that be? There are 2 clues, okay, to figure out. One, you can see the option and decide, or else there are few numbers. Okay, something is repeating, words like repetition or interval, okay, changing, all these words mean it is HCF. Okay. Understood? Easy? Okay. Calculate the LCM of this number. How much you are getting? Think, do it properly. Okay, how will we start? We start with 2. What will we get when we start with 2? 9. Then which number should I start with? How much should I start with? How much will I get? 3. Then, okay, which number should I start with? 2, okay, 3, then 2, then which number should I go with? 3, then 1, 2, then okay, 1, 1, 1. How much will it be? 2 into 3 is how much? Here also 6. 6 is how much? Into 2 is? Okay, after how many seconds? Okay, 72 seconds. There again come simultaneously. Okay, understood? (72 seconds in minutes is how much? Okay, if it is a 6 o'clock, it will be 6 o'clock, 1 minute, 6 o'clock, right? 1 minute, 12 seconds. Understood? Okay. It's like 18 seconds, 24 seconds, and 36 seconds, right? LCM is 72 seconds. 70 seconds is 1 minute and 12 seconds. Understood? Okay. We'll go for a break and we'll meet after a break. How many minutes you want break? How many? Go for 10 minutes break. Okay. Understood? Are we going fast or are we going at proper speed? Correct? We're able to understand most of the things. Learning something. Okay. Go for a short break and come back. Meet after 10 minutes. He'll come in 2 minutes. ಒಂದು 2 ನಿಮಿಷ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು. Okay. Or should I start the problem? Okay. 3 drums contain 54 liter. 3 drums contain 54 liter, 72 liter and 90 liter. 3 drums contain 54 liter, 72 liter and 90 liter of oil. What is the biggest measure? That can measure? What is the biggest measure that can measure all the different quantities exactly? All different quantities exactly. Okay. There are 3 drums. What are they? 54 liter one. Another one is slightly bigger, which is 72 liter one. The last one is how much? 90 liter. Okay. What are they asking? What is the biggest measure that can measure all the 3 different units simultaneously? Okay. What was that small vessel that can measure all the 3 simultaneously? Okay. Should it be HCF or LCM? It has to be HCF. Why? LCM ಅಲ್ಲಿ normally ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Something like multiplication happens, right? HCF ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Division ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Some kind of division happens here. Okay. So what has happened? This small liter, if it is put across that thing, it should divide it simultaneously, all the 3. We are looking at this small number which will divide all the numbers, giving remainder 0. That is what we are trying to do, right? Okay. Calculate the HCF of 3 numbers, 54, 72 and 90. What is the HCF? Okay. What will we start here with? Can we start with 2? Why can't we start with 2? Okay, if you start with 2, what will happen? 27, 36, then 45. Then 3, if we do over 3, then what? 9, 12, then which number? 3, 4 and 5. Okay, since it's HCF, I'll stop here. How much is it? 2 into 3 into, how much is this? 18. Okay. What does this 18 means? Suppose I have a 18 liter small vessel. Okay. If to empty this, how many times I have to use this 18 liter? If I take out a liquid 18 liter once, what will happen? It will be minus 18, right? How many times? Exactly 3 times. Will any liquid be inside? No, right? It divides exactly. Okay. For this one, 4 times. This one, 5 times. Understood, right? So what is this number? This is the number which will divide all the 3 simultaneously, or which is a factor. Okay. 54 I can write it as what? 18 into 3. This I can write it as what? 18 into. This I can write it as 18 into. Correct? Understood? Easy? Okay. There are certain words, I'll give those words. Those are like clue words, okay? to determine in the problem we should do HCF or LCM. Okay. So I just load the words. Okay, write down that. Make 2 columns. Erase, I'll erase this. Okay, make 2 columns. HCF one side, the other place, LCM on the other side. Okay. If there is a cutting rod problem, if in question they are telling you need to cut a rod, HCF problem ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, bigger vessel, smaller vessel ಇತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇ ಥರ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ರಾಡ್ ಇದೆ. A smaller, which is a maximum length of the smaller rod, which will measure the bigger rods simultaneously, but 2-3 rods ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, it will be a HCF problem. Cutting rod, our problem will be what? HCF problem. Okay. Then it can be wooden rod or metal rod or a ribbon. Cutting rod or a ribbon problem. If there are words in there, it will give you a clue what kind of it. Second kind of problems are group formation or team formation. Okay. Suppose 100 people are there. How many groups of 10 can be formed? We divide it, right? 100 by 10. Also group formation. In one group there are 100, in another group there are 200. A team should be of 10 andre. What we do, we essentially divide some things. So if there question in group or team antella bandre, it will be a HCF problem. Another method is seeing out option also, you can take a guess. Okay. ಈ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಟೈಲ್ಸ್. ಈ ಫ್ಲೋರ್ಗೆ ಟೈಲ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಟೈಲ್ಸು ಮತ್ತು ಫ್ಲೋರಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಮು, ಈ ಥರ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಬಂದರೂ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಎ HCF ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಓಕೆ. ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈಯಿಂಗ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಅಥವಾ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈಯಿಂಗ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ ವಾಟ್ HCF ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈಯಿಂಗ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ. What is a simplifying ratio? If a term is ಬಂದರೆ it's a clue that is it is a HCF problem. LCM ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ಕೆಡ್ಯೂಲಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸ್ಕೆಡ್ಯೂಲು, ಟೈಮ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ಲು, ಓಕೆ, ಈ ಥರ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ 1 or 2 ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಒನ್ ಟೈಪ್, ಬಟ್ ಈ ಥರ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಕ್ಲೂ ಫಾರ್ ಯು ವಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೈಟ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಬೆಲ್ ರಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸು, ಬೆಲ್ ರಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸು. ಸಿಗ್ನಲಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಆ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರೋದು ಇದು. ಓಕೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ರಿಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸು, ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಇಟ್ ರಿಪೀಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಆ ಥರ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ರಿಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸು. ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಒನ್ನು ಬೈಯಿಂಗ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಅಟ್ ಬಲ್ಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸು. ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ LCM ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ. ಫಿಫ್ತ್ ಟೈಪು ಸೈಕಲ್ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಸೈಕಲ್ಸ್ ಆ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಕ್ಲೂ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ವಾಟ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್, LCM ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಟೈಪ್ ಒನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ತೊಗೊಳೋದು ಬದಲು ಈ ಥರ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಬರೋ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಕ್ಲೂ ವೈದರ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ HCF ಆರ್ LCM ಅಂತ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್? ಓಕೆ. ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈಯಿಂಗ್? ಓಕೆ. Okay. Then we understood basics of HCF and LCM. Okay. We'll do a small exercise. Everyone will join me in this. Okay. We'll do some squares. What is 1 square? What is 2 square? What is 3 square? What is 4 square? 5 square is? 6 square is? 7 square? 8 square? Okay, 9 square? 10 square? Okay. Can you tell me 11 also? How much is it? 120. What is 12 square? Okay. 13 square? 169. 14 square? 196. 15 square? 225. 16 square? How much? 2? 16 square is how much? 256. 17 square? 289. 18 square? 324. 19 square? 361. 20 square is 400. Understood? Okay. So you feel crash course was of some use, remembering things in crash course, able to do much better now. Okay. Okay, we were talking about properties also. What were the properties? Idರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು similarities ಇದೆ? What is the observations which we made last time? Okay. If we take phi as the axis, units place digit ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಿದೆ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ 6 ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 6 ಇದೆ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 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 ಇಲ್ಲ 0 ಇದ್ರೆ 0 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ 0 ಅಂತ ಬರೆದಿದ್ರೆ. Understood? The same thing is repeating along this axis also, right? Here 6, here 9, here 4, here 1. Okay, this 0 and this repeating. Okay. Which are all the numbers that can appear in units place of a perfect square? I am asking, which are the numbers which can appear in units place of a perfect square? 0, 1, then 2 agutta, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So only these numbers can appear in what? Units place of a perfect square. Okay. If I give a number and ask you, suppose 4927, is it a perfect square? No. Okay. 4222, is it a perfect square? No. Okay. Certain numbers can never come in units place of a perfect square. Correct? Okay. If you have to eliminate, you guys know how to eliminate. Okay. Understood? Easy? Okay. What is that one more observation? ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಲ್ಲ. Guys, tell me. One more observation. What is the difference between 1 and 4? How much is the difference between 1 and 4? 4 minus 1 is 3. 9 minus 4 is how much? Here, 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 here. Correct? From here to here it is 21. Here, 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 here. Okay, 33 one kade varutte. Again, this is 39 actually. This is 37 actually. We missed it here. Okay, 27, 29, 31, then 33, then 35. How much is it? 37. Here it is 39. Okay. Understood? Last time we did this, right? Able to recall? Easy? Okay. Classes are productive. Time is of good use. Okay. Can we move forward? Read, everyone wrote. Now should I wait? Okay, shall I rest? Okay. Okay. What is 1 cube? One cube is there. 2 cube is? Okay, here it is 20. Here it is. Here it is 120. Here 2, 1, 6. 7 into 7 is 49. 49 into 7 is 3, 43. Here it is how much? 5, 12. What is 9 cube? 7, 29. This is 1000. At least this much you should remember, right? 1 to 10 cubes. Okay, understood? Easy. Okay. Okay. Okay, erase. Erase. Should I erase? Okay, no problem. Okay. You guys tell me, what kind of triangle is this? What kind of triangle it is? It is a right angle triangle. What does Pythagoras tell about a right angle triangle? What does Pythagoras tell about right angle triangle? Which is hypotenuse here? Let's say A, B, C. Which side is hypotenuse? AC is hypotenuse. What he told? The square on hypotenuse, this side, a square comes, is equal to what? Sum of the, it's not a square, but assume it as a square. Sum of the square on the other two sides. AC square is equal to what? AB square plus BC square. Can you tell me a famous Pythagorean triplet? What is a Pythagorean triplet? Which will fit in this, right? Is 3, 4, 5 a Pythagorean triplet? I'm telling you, 3, 4, 5 a Pythagorean triplet. What does that mean? Suppose this, assume this length is how much? 5. Okay. This side length will be how much? 5. Why? Because it is a square, right? The square on the hypotenuse. This side also it will be 5. This side also it will be 5. What is the formula to calculate the area of a square? A square. What is the area of this? 25, right? Okay. Assume this is 4. This will also be 4. This is 4. This is 4. What is the area here? 16. Okay. Assume this is 3. This is 3. This is 3. This is 3. How much is this? 9. What does Pythagorean say? The square on the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares on the other two sides. Okay. Meaning, 25 is equal to what? 9 plus 16 or 16 plus 9? Okay. Understood what it is? Pythagorean theorem. Okay. In a right angle, the side opposite to it is hypotenuse. Okay. This side is AC is a hypotenuse. So AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Okay. How much is AC here? Pi square is equal to 3 square plus 4 square. So this is 25 is equal to how much? 9 plus. Understood, 25 is equal to 25. Correct? Understood? Okay. Our aim here is to understand why only certain numbers are given in exam hall. Can we know some Pythagorean triplets? One is what? 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'll give you an example, hint. Here 10 will come. What will come here? Here. In hypotenuse place 10 will come. What is 10 square? 100. Okay. These two numbers should certainly be below 10. Okay. Can you guess? This is 10. What will these numbers be? I'll give you one number here if you want. Shall I give one number? You guys will calculate the other number. Okay. One is 6 here. What will the other number be? It will be how much? 8. How 8? 6 square is how much? 36. 8 square is how much? Okay. 64. Is equal to 10 square, which is how much? 100. Okay, these are all famous Pythagorean triplets. Only such numbers will be asked in exam. Okay, why other numbers won't be asked? Only these numbers. At least you should know top 5 Pythagorean triplets. 3, 4, 5, 8, 6, 8, 10, like that, right? Okay, I'll give one more number, you guys will try. Okay. Here 13 will be there. Should I give one number or you guys will try? What is 13 square? What is 13 square? 169. Okay. Sum of which square? Shall I tell one number? You guys will do or shall I tell? Shall I tell the first number? First number is 5. Will give the other number. Give me another number. The other number here is how much? 12. Okay. Which 3 we learned? 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 5, 12 and 13. Okay. 25 comes here. Which two numbers here? I'll give a number here. 24 I'll give. What will be my simplest number? How much? This will be 7. 7 square is 49. The difference is 49. Here 40 is there, here 41 is there. What will be here? Here it will be 9. Correct? Okay. Here 35 is there, 37 is there. What will be there? You guys are understanding how various Pythagorean triplets are formed? It will be 12, correct? 144 will be the difference between 37 square minus 35 square. Okay. So there are some standard Pythagorean triplets. At least you should know some basic ones. Okay. Another ones is like 16, 63, 65. Okay. 11, 60, 61. All these are standard ones. At least if you know 5 to 6, it will help you in some one number they will give an exam. Okay. Understood? Comfortable? Everyone, can I go for the next one? Easy? Okay? Okay. In crash course we did one more thing. We learnt about fractions and percentage. What does percentage mean? What is the meaning of percentage? Percentage, right? What does that mean? Percentage. 100. Percentage means 100. Percentage. Per means for every. Cent means what? 100. Okay. It's like for every, how much? Okay. For every 100, what is the value? Suppose a student has got something like 92, 94, 88, 98, 96 in exam. What will that person's percentage be? How much? Is it exactly 96? How much is it? How much is it? What is the total you got? You're getting 93 point something. .6. If someone says my percentage is 93.6, what does that mean? On an average, across all the subjects, how much I have scored? 93.6. Meaning my percentage is 96.3 means for every 100 marks, I have got 93.6 marks. Understood? Okay, what does percentage mean? It means for every 100. That's all. Okay. Lastly, what did we do? We wrote, right? We converted fractions into percentage form. 1 by 1 is what percent? 100%. 1 by 2 is how much? 50%. Okay. 1 by 3 is how much? 1/3 is how much percent? 33.33%. Okay. If you don't get to know, just multiply it by 100. 1 by 3 into 100, right? 1s are 33.3, so on. That's how it works. Okay, into 100 we have to do. That's all. 1 by 4 is how much? What percent? 1/4 is what percent? Quarter. Quarter is 25%. 1 by 5 is how much? 20%, right? How will we know? 5 into 20 is how much? 100. 4 into 25 is how much? 100. 3 into 33.33 is how much? 100. 2 into 50 is 100. Understood? Okay. Can you tell me what is 1 by 6? How will you calculate 1 by 6? 1 by 6, how will you calculate? What is a clever method to calculate 1 by 6? With this only can you calculate 1 by 6? Okay. It will be half of 1/3, right? 1/6 is nothing but half of 1/3. 1 by 3 into 1 by 2. So what is half of 33? 16.66%, correct? What was the thing which you remembered for 1 by 7? What will we tell for 1 by 7? Remember how we remembered 1 by 7? Can you realize that this value is all going down? 100, 50, 33, 25, 20, 16. Okay, what is 7 2s are? 14. What is double of 14? Understood what is 1 by 7? 14.28. Okay, got it? How will you calculate 1 by 8? With already known things. Half of? How much is half of 1 by 4? 12 point? Okay. What did we remember for 1 by 9 and 1 by 11? Yes, 1 by 9 is how much? 11.11%. 1 by 11 is how much? 0.09%. Understood? Understood? Okay, got it? How will I calculate 1 by 12? How much is 1 by 12? 1 by 12 is? Can you tell me what is 1 by 16, 1 by 20, 1 by 25? What will be 1 by 16? How much will that be? Six point? It will be half of what? How much? Okay. It will be 6.25%. What is 1 by 20? 1 by 20 is 5%. 1 by 25 is? How much? 1 by 25 is 4%, right? 25 into 4 is 100. 20 into 5 is 100. 16 into 6.25 is 100, right? Okay, understood? Okay. If I ask you, what is 2 by 3 in percentage form, how will you say? What is 2/3 in percentage? One third is how much? 1/3 is 33.33. How much will be 2/3? 2 into 1 by 3, right? 1 by 3 is 33. 2 into 33 is? Understood what is 2 by 3? How much is it? Okay. How much is 3/4 in percentage form? It will be nothing but 75%. With this basics, you can calculate a lot of percentages, easy fractions in percentage form. Understood? Okay. What is 3 by 5 now? 3 by 5 is how much? 60. Okay, don't miss classes, you will miss the continuity. Okay, try to be regular. It will get over in few days. Be consistent in all the classes. Can you tell me now what is 5 by 6? 5 by 6. Good. It is nothing but how much? 83 point. Correct? Okay. Can you tell me what is 3 by 7? Good. Understand, able to understand? It will be 42 point, how much? Okay. Correct? 42 twice is 84. Understood? Okay. What is 4 by 9 now? Can you tell me what is 4 by 9? Okay. Before, if such fractions used to come, you guys used to wonder, right, how to convert fractions to percentage form. Now easy. Now understood, right, how you should convert. See, learning something. Okay. Maths is not difficult if you understand the basics. Okay. What is 3 by 11? It will be 27%. Okay. Whenever you see 27, you will understand it is nothing but 3 by 11. Okay. Understanding. When you start doing things, you will understand all these things. Okay. What is 5 by 12? It will be? Okay, something there. What is 7 by 25? 7 by 25 is what percent? It will be nothing but? Okay. Before you used to get confused, now you can do it easily. Easy? Getting better? Good? Okay, raise? Okay. Do tell your other friends also to attend classes regularly. Okay. There are at least like 5-6 people who will come, right? Okay. Can I raise? Okay. Now we'll do some more basic things, some more basic questions. Can I raise this? Okay. Suppose I have a number called 1, 2, 3. Okay. If I ask you how many numbers are there, how many digits are there here? How many numbers are there here? There is just one number. Okay. How many digits are there? 4 digits. Correct? It's a 4-digit single one number. Okay. And if I ask you how many single-digit natural numbers are there? The question is how many single-digit natural numbers are there? How many are there? How many? 9. How many single-digit whole numbers are there? How many single-digit whole numbers are there? 10. How 10? Including 0. Okay. Okay. Between 1 to 9, how many digits are there? Now I am talking about what? Digits. Okay. Between 1 to 9, how many digits are there? 1 to 9, how many digits are there? 9 on the right. 9 numbers are there. Each is a single number. So it is. Okay. Between 1 to 99, tell me first how many numbers are there? How many numbers are there between 1 to 99? Simple, 99 numbers. Okay. Can you tell me how many numbers are there between 11 to 72? How many? 61. Any other answers? Everyone feel 61 numbers? Think. How did you do 61? 72. How much is it? Okay. Same logic if I apply here. 99 minus 1. Then how much should it have? It should have been 98, right? Why did you tell 99? How to calculate how many numbers, if any two given numbers are there? What is the formula? The formula is last number minus first number plus 1. Okay. 72 minus 11 plus 1. How much is it? Okay. This plus 1 should also come here. That's why it was 88 plus 1. How much will that be? Plus 1 gets added here. Understood? Understood this formula? Why is this formula required? To calculate number of numbers between any two given numbers. Understood? Okay. Everyone understood this formula? Am I doing too much of maths in a single day? No? Adjustable? Who feels too much for a single day? No? Comfortable? I can do more? Okay. Okay. If you feel it is too much, just let me know. Okay. Let's talk about digits. We will talk about digits. Between 1 to 9, how many digits are there? 9 digits, correct? Same thing, between 1 to 99, how many digits are there? How many numbers are there? How many single digit numbers are there? 9 single digit numbers are there. How many double digit numbers are there? How many double digit numbers are there? 90 double digit numbers are there. Okay. Or I'll ask you, how many 2 digit numbers are there? There are 92 digit numbers from 10 to, correct? 10 to 99. How will I calculate 90? It is nothing but 90 minus 10 plus 1, 89 plus 1, 90. Okay. This 90, how it came? Okay. So in 2 digit numbers, how many digits are there? There are 2 digits. So 90 numbers into 2, total how many it will become? 180 plus another 9 single digit numbers. 180 plus 9, isn't it? How much is it? 189. Correct? Can you do and tell me for 1 to 999? How many digits? Do and tell. How many? Think again. Think again. Try again. Think. Or tell me, between 100 to 999, how many numbers are there? 100 to 999, how many numbers are there? How many numbers are there between 100 to 999? How many 3 digit numbers are there? There are? Okay. See, how many 1 digit numbers are there? Natural numbers, 9. How many 2 digit numbers are there? How many 2 digit numbers are there? 90. 90, right? 90 numbers are there. This is nothing but what? 9 into 10. Okay. How many 3-digit numbers are there? 900. This is nothing but 9 into 10 square, 10 power 1, 9 into 10 power 0, 0. Okay. I'll erase these parts. Ten power 0, 10 power 1, 10 square. How many 4-digit numbers are there? Total, how many 4-digit numbers are there? There will be 9,000 4-digit numbers. It will be nothing but, okay. If there was a question in exam, how many 8-digit numbers are there? How will you solve? How many 8-digit numbers are there? 9 into how many zeros? 10 power. Understood how to write? Correct? Am I right? Okay. Now tell me, there are 900 3-digit numbers from where to where? 100 to 999. How many are there? 900. How many digits are there individually? 3. In one the triple 3-digit number, there are 3. Okay, total how much it became? Correct? Plus how much? 189. Because we have to calculate from 1 to 999. This we did from 100 to 999. 189. How much it became? 2. Correct? How much is it? 2889. Correct? Understood? Understood how 2889 came? Okay. Can you tell me for 1 to 4 times 9? How much is it? 3 888. Okay. 3 888 9. Okay. Can you do it? Tell me now without doing 4. 4 times 8. Correct? What is the pattern here? Okay. Here it was 9. Here 1 times 8, 9. Here it was 2 times 8, 9. Here it was 3 times 8, 9. Here it was 4 times 8, 9. Okay. If there was a number, I was asking 1 to 9 times 9 means what? How many digits would be there? How will you write that? 8. Then how many times 8? 8 times which number? 8. Last it will be correct. Understood? Understood all this? Easy? Huh? It was a PYQ. It was asked in exam. Okay. They're asked in exam. Okay. Okay. Good. Understood? Okay. Can I ask you one more question? Can we go over next one? Everyone understood? Feeling hectic or too much of maths or doable? Doable, no problem. We can continue. One more. Okay, good. Clear as? Can you calculate number of digits from 1 to 55? Number of digits from 1 to 55? How much is it? How much did you get? 1 to 55. You got it as how many digits? Think again. Okay, you can divide from 1 to 9. Okay, 1 to 9, how many are there? Okay, 10 to 55. How many numbers are there between 10 to 55? How many numbers are there? 40? 46 are there. Into how much will you do? How much is this? Okay, 92 plus 9 is how much? Correct. Okay, 101 was right. Okay, can you run one more question? A book has, write down, a book has 240 pages. A book has 240 pages. A book has 240 pages. How many times typist would press the button? Typist would press the button to print page numbers. Okay, how many pages the book has? 1, 2. Print the numbers. Okay, what was the question which I told? A book has how many pages? 240 pages, right? Okay, meaning what? What you have to calculate? Number of digits, right? Meaning he is pressing one time means he is adding one more digit to it. Okay, how to calculate the number of digits from 1 to 240? Please will try 1 to 240. Answer is how much? Think again. It is 1 to 9 how much? 1 to 99 how much? 189. Then 100 to how much? How many numbers are there? 141 numbers are there. How will you calculate how many numbers? First minus last plus 1 into how much? How much is this? 4. What you have to add for this? 180. How much this became? 612. Understood? Okay. This is from how much? 100 to 240. This is from how much? 1 to. Correct? Understood? Okay. Okay. A typewriter, next problem, a typewriter has pressed 3093 times. A typewriter has pressed 3093 times. How many pages are there? How many pages are there? How many pages are there? How many pages? How will you calculate? How will you start? How will you start? How will you start? How will you start? Any clue? Not getting? Shall I tell? Want to try? How many pages? Okay, I'll ask a question. If there was like 2889 times it was printed, how many pages would be there? 999 pages would be printed, correct? Meaning what? From 1 to 999 there are 2889 digits, right? So 1 to 999, how many digits are gone? 2889 are gone. Okay, remaining how much? How much? 204. Okay, after that what digits will come? Like 3 digit will come or 4 digit will come? After 999 what digits will come? 4 digits, 1000, 1001, 1002, 1003, all are 4 digits. So how many these things are remaining? 204 divided by 4 is how much? Divided by 4 is 51. Okay, 999 plus 51 is how much? Yeah, 1050. Answer is? Okay, we'll do it on board. Okay. See, what was the question given? A typewriter had pressed how many times? 3093 times, right? What does this mean? This many number of digits are there, okay? If there were 2889 digits, means from where to where? This means from 1 to 999, correct? We learnt this. Everyone agrees? Anyone disagree? Understood here? Okay, meaning from 1 to 999 there are 2889 digits, correct? Okay. So out of 3093, if I have to subtract 2889, how much will I be left with? 2. Oh, wait. How much am I left with? 204, correct? Meaning 1 to 999 ಅಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ digits use ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ already. Okay. My next digit will be 1000 use ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So 919 ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ ಥರ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 1000, 1001, 1002. All these are what? 4 digit. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಓಕೆ. ಮಿಕ್ಕಿರೋದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಜಿಟ್ಸು? 204. 204 ಡಿಜಿಟ್ಸ್ ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದೆಯಾ? ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್ 204? 919ವರೆಗೂ ಆಗೋಗಿದೆ, ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಬರಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದಲ್ಲ. 204 ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ 4 ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 51 ಡಿಜಿಟ್ಸ್, 51 ಪೇಜಸ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, 4ಇಂದ ಯಾಕೆ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಹೇಳಿ? 919 ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಬರೋದೆಲ್ಲ 4 ಡಿಜಿಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸು ಅಂತ. ಅಂದರೆ 1000ಗೆ, 1001ಗೆ, 1002ಗೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ 4 ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಒಂದೊಂದು ನಂಬರ್ ಅಂತ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್? ಇಲ್ಲ 51 ಪೇಜು ಪ್ಲಸ್ 999 ಪೇಜಸ್ಸು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. 2889 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ 999 ಪೇಜಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ವಿಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಬಿ? 1050 pages. 51 pages plus 999 pages. Understood the number of pages? Didn't understand? Understood. We'll do one more problem of this type, you will understand better. Okay? We'll do it in the next class. One more problem of this type. Okay? We'll meet at the same time tomorrow. Okay? Classes are productive, learning something new, useful. Okay? Do attend regularly within another few days. So you can have good hold about mental ability. You can increase your scores in mental ability. There are only few places where you can easily increase your scores, right? Science and tech, mental ability, those parts. Okay? In any exam, group C or any exam, mental ability questions will be there, right? KS also, UPSC, all the exams, mental ability questions will certainly be there. Do attend under 10-15 days of class. It will be easy. Another 10 days. Okay? All we will do all. Everything will be done. Okay? 3 hours classes, right? 30 hours. Decently we can do. Okay? Thank you.